Now that we have our board ripped to a width of 98 millimeters, the next step in this process is to use the crosscut sled to cut our two end pieces to a final length of 334 millimeters. So how we're going to do that is we're going to use a stop block and a clamp here to make sure that we have repeatable cuts. So what we're going to do is grab our tape measure and make sure we're looking at the metric side because that's where our millimeters are. We're going to bring it over here against the inside of the stop block and we're going to measure it to the inside of the table saw blade. So imagine where the piece is going to be left after it's done cutting. That's where we want to measure in between. So the inside of the stop block to the inside of the blade. We need that to be 334 millimeters. So right now it's too long, so I'm going to loosen the clamp. I'm going to bring it to where I'd like it, 334 millimeters. And then I'm going to hold it tight, reapply the clamp, and then I'll just double check my measurement again. Again, measure twice, cut once. So we're at 334 millimeters, which is perfect. And the order of the operations that we're going to be doing on the crosscut sled is just to make sure we have a nice 90-degree cut on each end and we left ourselves a little bit of extra room, is we're going to put the back of the stock up against the back of the crosscut sled. We are going to remove about 1 table saw blade width, or 3 millimeters, from the stock by just getting it into the line. And then you'll run it through and run it back. And then once that is squared up, you're going to slide your board all the way till it just touches against the stop block. Then you're going to hold with 2 hands, pressure down and pressure back against the rail of the crosscut sled. You're going to obviously turn the saw on. You're going to run the whole sled forward and back until it cuts the whole piece. And then you're going to remove your part. And then with the piece left over, you're going to slide it over to the stop block again. And now you'll only have your hands over here. But again, pressure down and pressure back. And then you're going to run it one more time. And after doing that, we should have 2 pieces that are left over at 334 millimeters. So I'll show you how that looks right now. And as always, we need to make sure we're wearing our eye protection. Perfect. We now have 2 end pieces that are both 334 millimeters long.